Jiang Mu's parents were divorced, and her mother, Jiang Yinghan, remarried. Jiang Mu refused to move in with her mother and new husband, clinging to a childhood promise from her brother, Jin Zhao, that he would return to see her if she stayed in their old home. Jiang Yinghan tried to persuade Jiang Mu, revealing that Jin Zhao had never had a decent job and wasn't her biological brother. She also mentioned that Jiang Mu's father had remarried and that she and Jin Zhao were no longer family, warning her not to associate with them as it wouldn't be good for her. Shocked by this news, Jiang Mu immediately flew to Manchi. On the plane, Jiang Mu met a woman named Nana. Jiang Mu explained she was looking for someone in Manchi, describing him as a gentle person with excellent grades whose knowledge of radiated elegance, whose home walls were once covered with awards, and whose slender, well-defined fingers could write beautifully. She admitted she hadn't seen him in a long time and could no longer remember exactly what he looked like. In Manchi, Jin Zhao was involved in underground boxing. While Jin Qiang, Jiang Mu's father, was drunk, Jiang Yinghan called him to inform him of Jiang Mu's arrival. She urged him to pick her up and prevent her from contacting Jin Zhao. Jin Qiang then called Jin Zhao, telling him to pick up his sister at the airport. Jin Zhao arrived with injuries on his face, idly playing with a lighter. Jiang Mu silently observed him and got into the car. As they waited at a red light, Jiang Mu asked if he was still studying. Jin Zhao revealed he had dropped out after high school, which stunned Jiang Mu, as he used to excel in school and had promised her he would earn a master's degree. During their drive, Jin Zhao's friend, Jin Fengzi, who had red hair and wore eccentric clothing, rode past on a motorcycle. Jin Fengzi warned Jin Zhao to be careful of Snaky causing trouble, which instantly made Jiang Mu worry. Jin Zhao bought Jiang Mu a strawberry juice, bringing back a sweet memory of them sharing strawberries in childhood, with him offering to eat the less sweet parts. Jin Zhao took Jiang Mu to his residence, located several flights of stairs up. Jiang Mu was out of breath from the climb, prompting Jin Zhao to remark on her fitness. Inside, a bloody and disoriented Jin Qiang was getting up from the floor, startling Jiang Mu. Jin Qiang's current wife, Zhao Meiwan, warmly welcomed Jiang Mu and introduced her to Xin, Jiang Mu's half-sister. At dinner, Jin Zhao offered dumplings to Jiang Mu, which Xin complained about. Jin Zhao defended his action by saying Jiang Mu was a guest, a comment that visibly displeased Jiang Mu. Later, Sanlai arrived looking for Jin Zhao, and they spoke in the stairwell. Sanlai expressed concern to Jin Zhao about a dangerous plan he was considering, questioning if he had truly thought it through and warning him of potential harm. When Jiang Mu emerged, Sanlai introduced himself, and upon learning her name, which meant yearning day and night, invited her to his shop to tell her a secret. Jiang Mu was left to wonder about Jin Zhao's current life, especially seeing blood on his face and Sanlai's dire warning. Jiang Mu noticed that Jin Zhao's car keys had a keychain with the words, yearning day and night, inscribed on it. Jin Zhao accepted Jiang Mu's friend request via message. Jiang Mu then messaged him that she was hungry, and he told her to come downstairs. As they walked, Jiang Mu skipped, explaining she wanted to get some exercise to eat more. At an intersection, Jiang Mu suddenly darted in front of Jin Zhao to speak. Just then, a motorcycle sped by, and Jin Zhao quickly pulled her into his arms to shield her. After a brief, intense moment of eye contact, Jiang Mu quickly pulled away, feeling awkward. Jin Zhao took Jiang Mu to a bustling night market, where they settled at the busiest food stall. Jiang Mu clarified that she had not run away from home and had no intention of returning. She then asked Jin Zhao about his life since they last saw each other. He admitted his life hadn't been great, summarizing it as eat, drink, sleep, take a dump, and have fun. When Jiang Mu asked him to elaborate on the having fun part, he struggled to recall specifics, so she suggested they talk about his new sister, Xin. As they ate, Jin Fengzi approached, initially mistaking Jiang Mu for Jin Zhao's new girlfriend. Jin Zhao quickly clarified that Jiang Mu was his sister, visiting for a few days before returning home. Jin Fengzi mentioned a dangerous upcoming meeting involving someone named Lin and also warned Jin Zhao to be careful if Snaky saw them. Jiang Mu found Jin Fengzi's comments about her distasteful and quickly paid the bill. As they walked away, a group of people rushed towards Jin Zhao. Jin Fengzi tried to intervene but couldn't stop them. Jin Kao quickly subdued his attackers, protected Jiang Mu, and they escaped on Jin Fengzi's motorcycle. As Jiang Mu clung to Jin Kao's back, she found comfort and happiness in his familiar scent. She reflected that while everything seemed to have changed, in a deeper sense, nothing had changed at all. As children, Jin Kao gave Jiang Mu a fountain pen, instructing her to practice her handwriting diligently, promising he would return to check on her writing. He assured her he would always think of her as long as she didn't change, and he would remain unchanged too. Over the years, Jiang Mu penned numerous letters to Jin Kao, sharing her life, including her family's move and her anticipation of middle school, hoping he would visit during summer breaks. However, receiving no replies, she eventually wrote a final letter, expressing her disappointment and feeling like she was writing to thin air. She declared that she would no longer miss him, preparing for a new chapter with new classmates and friends in middle school. After safely taking Jiang Mu home, Jin Kao stepped out. While he was with Jin Fengzi and other friends, who teased him about being busy on his phone and possibly having a new girlfriend, Jin Kao received a call from Wan Qing. He then went to see Wan Qing, carrying money to resolve Jin Qiang's debt. Upon arrival, he found Jin Qiang had been beaten. Jin Kao questioned if Wan Qing's men were responsible, but they claimed Jin Qiang had accidentally tripped and fallen. Jin Kao presented the money, intending to take Jin Qiang. Wan Qing was upset that Jin Kao had ignored her repeated calls and his dismissive attitude, especially after she had spent hours preparing herself and arranged for a chef from Dia City. She offered to clear Jin Qiang's gambling debt if Jin Kao would stay and have dinner with her, perhaps even to stay with her afterward. Just as Jin Kao was about to pick up a billiard cue, he received a text from Jiang Mu asking if he was asleep. He immediately stated he had something to do and was leaving, telling Wan Qing that Jin Qiang was hers now.